Alright, so we're going to do another Pluck a Turkey activity, and this activity is going to work on addressing irrational or negative thoughts. And so as you can see here, I've already got my template set up. I have a printed out template that is available free. If you just make a comment saying you like a copy of this, I can send it to you free of charge. And with it, I just have a turkey body, a turkey head, and 6 feathers. This can be copied and cut out and prepared for your client. So I've already cut out an example. I've cut out the body and the head, and then I have the feathers. I like to be prepared for when my client comes in. And so I already have them cut out, so that kind of alleviates some of the time that it may take to cut these out. So what we're going to do today is we're going to address irrational fears. And in order to prepare your turkey, what you're going to do is you're going to glue the bottom of the body, and you're going to paste it to the paper, and then you're going to glue the bottom of the head, and you're going to put it on the top of the paper, on the top of the body. And what that does, if you can see here, it allows for the body to be separated from the paper itself, so that as we are putting the turkey's feathers along with the body, they can slide right in. And so they can easily be moved side to side, pulled in and out. And so we just have our turkey body and our turkey head to start out with. So what we're going to do in working with our clients in addressing irrational fears or irrational thoughts or negative thoughts is have our client write down maybe some negative thoughts that they've had recently, or have a lot on their feathers. You use one negative or irrational thought per feather, and you'll have them place the feathers behind the turkey, like so. And so here's your turkey, and we've got six feathers. If you were to need more than that, you could print out more. But 6 is a good number because it gives you enough to address and work on, but it's also not too many to cover in a session, depending on what you've got going on with your client. So once you've gotten your client to write down their negative fears and they are behind the turkey, you'll ask your client which irrational thought that they would like to address. And as they pull that feather out, they are actually plucking the feathers. And so you're asking them to pluck that irrational thought out, and so that you can address it. You know, what are some things, what makes this a negative thought or irrational? Tell me some times that this irrational thought occurs. And you're able to process that. And so on the other side of the feather, what you're going to have them do is work with them on identifying a new thought that they can replace that negative thought with. So in the future, when they think that thought, instead of thinking the negative thought, they can look at the positive thought and something more rational in its place. And once they've addressed that, they can put it back in the behind the turkey, and now they have a new thought to replace their old thought. And you'll do the same thing with each of the feathers until you guys have completed that. And then you will have your turkey back in place again. So what's behind this? Why is this important? Why is this beneficial? It's always said that when you have an irrational thought, you could get rid of it and you could process it and talk about it. But unless you have a new thought to replace it with, the likelihood of that negative thought going away for good is very slim. And so by putting these new thoughts in place of the old thoughts, you're able to have something to go back to in a positive way, and you're less likely to think that negative thought as often in the future. The benefit of having this activity and having your client take it home is they then have something to refer back to in order to remind themselves of the positive thoughts they should use in place of the negative thoughts that they had. And so, in essence, we have plucked out the old thoughts in an effort to put new thoughts in, and that's why we call it Pluck a Turkey. So I hope you guys are able to use this. Please, check out some of the other videos. I've got some other examples for this Pluck a Turkey activity It will include dealing with fears, and also some maybe even dealing with anger outbursts. This activity can be adapted in many different ways, and you could also use it for younger ages as well by having them color it, or even maybe even make the different feathers different colors. So there you go.